There are moments in life when pain feels heavier than anything else. It pushes us, challenges us, and sometimes makes us question our strength. But there is a deeper truth waiting underneath this struggle. Pain does not last. It fades, it changes, and it passes. What stays with us is the strength we build through discipline. The ancient teachings remind us that inner growth begins when we learn to face difficulties with courage, patience, and awareness. This message is a guide to help you rise above your struggles with clarity and purpose. There are times when pain feels endless. It fills the mind with tension, and it can easily convince us that it will stay forever. But the truth is much kinder. Pain fades faster than we think. The teachings remind us that pain is simply a passing visitor, not a permanent resident in our lives. When we look closely, we see how temporary each moment truly is. Even the greatest discomfort, the deepest sadness, the sharpest fear, all shift and soften as time moves forward. Nothing stays the same. Change is part of life. Every breath you take moves you one step further away from what hurts. When you look back at older wounds, you realize many of them no longer have power over you. What once felt impossible became manageable. What once felt unbearable eventually became a memory. Pain loses strength the moment we stop fighting it and start observing it. When you sit with the feeling instead of resisting it, you see that the sensation rises and falls just like waves in the ocean. It comes with intensity, then slowly dissolves. The experience itself teaches patience. It teaches acceptance. It teaches you that you are stronger than the moment you are facing. Every challenge that hurt you in the past has already faded. Every worry that once kept you awake has already changed shape. What felt heavy then feels lighter now. This is proof that pain has an expiration date. You are still here. You are still breathing. And you have survived every difficult moment so far. Pain fades because it is not meant to control your life. Its purpose is to pass through, teach something valuable, and leave you with a stronger heart. Discipline is not loud. It does not shout for attention or demand recognition. It grows quietly within you, one small step at a time. And unlike pain, which arrives suddenly and leaves unpredictably, discipline is something that stays. It builds long-term strength that shapes your life in ways you do not always notice at first. When you make a choice to stay committed, even in difficult moments, you create a foundation that supports your growth. The teachings remind us that inner strength is not built through easy days. It is built through days when we want to give up but continue anyway. Each moment of effort becomes a part of your character. Every time you choose discipline over doubt, you send a message to your mind that you are capable of more than you think. Discipline becomes a companion that guides you through challenges. It teaches you how to stay steady when emotions rise. It helps you remain focused when distractions appear. It protects your goals from the influence of fear and excuses. Strength built through discipline lasts because it does not depend on temporary feelings. It comes from intention, awareness, and steady action. The results may not appear overnight, but they always arrive eventually. And when they do, they stay. This strength shapes your future, your decisions, your habits, and your identity. Pain may test you, but discipline transforms you. The more you practice it, the more natural it becomes. Through discipline, you learn patience. You learn resilience. You learn how to continue moving even when the path is difficult. Pain fades, but the strength you gain from discipline becomes a permanent part of who you are. It becomes the truth you carry into every new challenge. There is a quiet power hidden in the smallest actions we take each day. We often believe that big changes require big effort, but life shows us something very different. Small daily actions create big results. A single step may feel insignificant, yet when repeated, it becomes a path. One tiny habit can reshape your entire future. The teachings remind us that the mind grows stronger through consistency, not intensity. You do not need to move mountains overnight. You only need to take a small step forward today and another small step tomorrow. Over time, these steps gather momentum. They build routines, and routines create transformation. Think about a drop of water falling onto stone. One drop does nothing. but thousands of drops create a mark. This is how daily actions work. They carve a new shape into your life without force or pressure. You may not notice progress at first, but it is happening quietly within you. When you choose to improve yourself just a little each day, you train your mind to stay committed. You shape your character through discipline. Even on days when you feel tired, doing something small keeps your inner flame alive. It proves to you that you are capable of growth, even in difficult moments. These small actions build confidence. They build trust in yourself. And the more you trust yourself, the more you grow. Big achievements are simply the result of many small decisions made consistently. Never underestimate the power of a tiny effort. Over time, it becomes something meaningful, something powerful, something life-changing. Every major transformation begins with something small. Take that small step and let it lead you into a stronger, wiser, and more disciplined version of yourself. There is a comfort we all seek, a softness that makes life feel safe and predictable. But comfort has a hidden cost. It kills growth. When we stay in the same familiar space for too long, the mind becomes sleepy and the spirit becomes dull. We stop challenging ourselves. We stop learning. We stop becoming better. The teachings show us that growth comes from stepping beyond what feels easy. A seed grows only when it pushes through the soil. A flame grows when it is fed. A person grows when they move beyond comfort. The moment you face something difficult, your inner strength wakes up. It pushes you to rise. It pushes you to adapt. It pushes you to discover your true abilities. Comfort may feel pleasant in the moment, but it cannot take you anywhere. It cannot shape your character. It cannot prepare you for the challenges ahead. When you step outside comfort, even in small ways, you learn what you are capable of. You learn resilience. You learn courage. You learn how to keep moving even when the road feels rough. Growth is not found in the easy moments. It is found in the moments that stretch you. The moments that challenge your mind and test your patience. When life becomes uncomfortable, you uncover strength you did not know you had. You discover a new part of yourself that was waiting to grow. The greatest version of you is not created through repetition of comfort. It is created through rising above the things that once limited you. Comfort can keep you safe, but stepping beyond it helps you evolve. And every time you choose growth over comfort, you move closer to the life you truly want. There are days when motivation feels strong and powerful, pushing you forward with energy and excitement. But there are also days when motivation disappears, leaving you with no desire to move at all. This is part of being human. Motivation rises and falls like the weather. That is why you cannot depend on it. Discipline beats motivation every time. Discipline stays when motivation leaves. It shows up even when you feel tired. It guides your actions when your emotions pull you in different directions. The teachings remind us that discipline is a choice, not a feeling. It is something you decide to practice, not something you wait to feel. When you rely on motivation alone, your progress becomes uncertain. But when you rely on discipline, your progress becomes steady. You move forward no matter what the day brings. You take action even when you don't feel like it. Discipline teaches you how to separate your goals from your mood. It teaches you how to work with clarity instead of impulse. And each time you choose discipline over excuses, you grow stronger inside. Discipline becomes a habit, and once it becomes a habit, it becomes a part of you. You learn to trust yourself. You learn that you are capable of doing hard things even without excitement or comfort. Motivation may inspire you to start, but discipline ensures that you continue. And continuation is what creates real transformation. Every strong mind, every wise person, every successful journey has been carried forward by discipline. When you choose discipline, you claim control over your life. You shape your future with steady hands. And with each disciplined step, you move closer to becoming the strongest version of yourself. Pain often appears in moments when we least expect it. It interrupts our plans. It slows our progress. It challenges our patience. But what if pain is not a sign to stop? What if pain is a test? Pain is not a barrier meant to block your path. It is a teacher meant to strengthen you. The teachings remind us that life presents difficulties not to punish us, but to train us. Every challenge serves a purpose. Every struggle has a lesson hidden within it. When you see pain as a test, your entire perspective changes. Instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" you begin to ask, "What is this trying to teach me?" The moment you shift your mindset, you reclaim your power. Pain becomes less intimidating. You face it with courage instead of fear. You learn how strong you truly are. Pain reveals your resilience. It shows you that you can endure more than you once believed. It teaches you patience. It teaches you acceptance. It teaches you how to separate what you feel from who you are. When you treat pain as a test, you no longer see it as a sign to give up. You see it as a sign to grow. You understand that each uncomfortable moment is shaping you into someone wiser and more capable. Pain challenges you, but it also prepares you. It prepares you for future battles. It prepares you for moments that require strength. It prepares you for the life you are trying to build. Pain may be difficult, but it is never useless. Every test you pass becomes a part of your strength, and that strength stays with you long after the pain has faded. The future you imagine is shaped by what you do today. Each small choice directs your path, even if it doesn't feel significant in the moment. Consistency shapes your future. It is not about doing something perfectly. It is about showing up again and again. The teachings show us that steady effort builds powerful results. A plant grows not because it is watered once, but because it is watered daily. A skill develops not because it is practiced occasionally, but because it is practiced regularly. Life works the same way. When you commit to consistent action, you create a rhythm. This rhythm strengthens your mind and makes your goals feel natural instead of overwhelming. Consistency teaches you patience. It teaches you how to trust the process even before results appear. It helps you stay grounded when doubts whisper in your mind. Many people believe that success comes from intensity, but in truth, it comes from repetition. It comes from choosing effort over avoidance day after day. When your actions become consistent, your identity begins to change. You no longer see yourself as someone who struggles to stay committed. You begin to see yourself as someone who honors their own goals. With consistency, progress becomes inevitable. The future you desire does not arrive suddenly. It grows slowly through countless small moments of effort, and each moment adds up. Your future is not shaped by wishes or intentions. It is shaped by the actions you take regularly. Every consistent step moves you closer to the life you want. And when you finally reach it, you will look back and realize it was consistency that carried you there. Life presents many difficult moments. Some come with emotional weight, others with physical struggle, and some with mental pressure. These moments can feel heavy, but they serve an essential purpose. Hard moments train the mind. They reveal your inner capacity. They show you where your strength truly lives. The teachings remind us that the mind becomes stronger through challenge, just as the body becomes stronger through exercise. When life becomes difficult, you are being trained, not defeated. Every obstacle you face sharpens your patience. Every setback teaches resilience. Every disappointment increases your ability to endure. These experiences shape you into someone wiser and more grounded. The mind learns how to stay steady even when circumstances are unstable. It learns how to return to calmness after storms. It learns how to detach from fears and stay connected to the present moment. Hard moments also reveal hidden qualities within you. They uncover courage you did not know you had. They uncover clarity that comes only from pressure. They uncover the quiet strength that grows when you refuse to break. Instead of running from difficulties, you begin to face them with understanding. You recognize that every challenge is temporary, but the strength it gives you remains. When you accept that hard moments are part of your training, you stop seeing them as punishments. You see them as opportunities. Each struggle becomes a lesson. Each setback becomes a step forward in disguise. The mind grows sharper through every experience that pushes you beyond your comfort. And once your mind becomes strong, nothing in the outside world can easily shake you. Hard moments may be painful, but they are powerful teachers. They shape a mind that knows how to endure and how to rise again. There's a quiet kind of power that comes from learning how to guide your thoughts and actions. This power does not come from controlling everything around you. It comes from controlling yourself. Self-control creates freedom. At first, this may seem opposite to what we normally believe. Many people think freedom means doing whatever we want, whenever we want. But that kind of freedom can lead to chaos. It can lead to bad habits, emotional reactions, and choices we later regret. True freedom comes from inner discipline. It comes from being able to pause before reacting. It comes from choosing your actions instead of being pulled by impulses. The teachings remind us that when you master yourself, you master your life. You are no longer controlled by anger, fear, temptation, or distraction. You make choices with clarity instead of confusion. Self-control protects your peace because it stops outside events from disturbing your inner balance. It allows you to respond wisely instead of reacting blindly. And every time you choose patience, awareness, or restraint, you strengthen this freedom. You train your mind to stay steady even when emotions rise. You learn how to let go of negativity before it takes control. You begin to see that the greatest battles you fight are within yourself. And the moment you win those battles, the world outside becomes easier to navigate. Self-control liberates you from your own limitations. It gives you space to grow. It gives you the ability to build the life you want without being held back by old habits. When you learn to guide your inner world, your outer world becomes calm. There's no greater freedom than that. There will always be challenges in life. Moments that shake your confidence, situations that test your patience, and struggles that push you to the edge. But discipline is the force that carries you through all of them. Discipline lasts longer than any struggle. Pain comes and goes. Challenges rise and fall. But the strength you build through discipline remains. It becomes your anchor. It becomes the steady ground beneath your feet. When life becomes difficult, discipline keeps you moving forward. It gives you direction when motivation fades. It reminds you that progress is made through action, not emotion. The teachings help us understand that discipline is not about being strict or harsh with yourself. It is about honoring your goals even when circumstances are not perfect. It is about choosing growth over avoidance. It is about continuing the journey even when the path feels uncertain. Every difficult moment you overcome through discipline strengthens your identity. You begin to see yourself as someone capable, determined, and resilient. You learn that struggles do not define you. The way you respond to them does. Discipline becomes a light that guides you through storms. It helps you stay focused when everything feels overwhelming. It helps you remain grounded when fear tries to take over. And when the struggle finally ends, the discipline you practice stays with you. It becomes a permanent part of who you are. It becomes the strength you carry into the next challenge. Pain may fade, but discipline stays. It becomes the foundation that supports every dream you chase. And once you build a life on discipline, no struggle can break you.